Ladies and gentlemen, it's the start of the weekend. First stream of the weekend. We've got a decent one here. Good morning, Alex. Georgie was here earlier, don't know what time. But good morning to those in the UK. Good afternoon to those in Australia and other surrounding nations. Decent game here. Decent game. Morning, Rob. Happy Rivals Week. Exactly, Finn. Good morning. Should be a good one. It's on Sky Sports Plus HD, the main channel. There's a lot of games on Sky Sports Plus this weekend, so a lot of my streaming is going to have to be on my TV and my phone this week. Come on, Broncos, says Georgie. Alex already trying to start fights in the chat. Lovely. Lovely. Whoop, whoop, indeed. If you guys have an exact score prediction, let me know your thoughts. There's a poll in the chat as well. So, let me know who you think's going to win, by what margin. If you've got an exact score, go ahead and just get it in now. My exact score for this game was... Bear with me. 22-18 to Melbourne. That's what I went with. That's a wise statement a few days about Burgess. I mean, it was fine. It was fine. There's not really much they could say right now about, oh, here's everything we're going to do. Because no one ever does that, really. I mean, it sounded nice, didn't it? But the no passengers bit was the part that I was, happy to hear, because I've said a couple times during Wire streams, we've just got passengers. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Anyway, Georgie loves the Broncos, gives a first try scorer. Okay. Pappenhausen. First try scorer. Ryan Pappenhausen. Am I going to regret not putting a bet on this? We will see. I think everyone wanted him gone after last week. Good to see Jack Walker back in Super League. Yes, it was. It certainly was. Had some good moments too. A couple of line breaks, clean breaks. Let's take a look at the poll. So 19 votes. Broncos 1 to 12 is currently leading. Storm 13 plus is the lowest on 5%. I'm hoping it's Storm to win because I predicted them to win, Georgie. So that's the hope. I don't mind who wins this one. It doesn't affect my life in any way, but preferably the Storm win by 1 to 12 so that my predictions are better. As soon as you bet on first try scorer, you'll lose, can guarantee. Yep. I have actually, for the first time in months, put a bet on this weekend. I've done it. I've only gone and done it. Look at me go. Look at me go. Let's find it. Okay. It's a handicap bet. It's a treble. I just thought, you know what? Screw it. Let's go for it, shall we? Let's go for it. So, I chose to back Leeds to win by at least 22 against Huddersfield. Well, they need to win by at least 23, technically. But I took Rhinos minus 22. I took Wakefield minus 18. And I took Panthers minus 16 against the Dragons. So, would get me £66 profit. So, you know what? I just thought, you know what? It's been months. I've been saving. Just stick a tenner on. See how it goes. Got about 9 minutes till we kick off. Mum's friend from work who's a Broncos fan. Well, there's a lot of Broncos fans, isn't there? Get the best attendance, don't they, at least? Can imagine about 45,000 today. Should be decent. Did I ignore you? As you already know the question. Oh. Like Wigan versus Lee, something like that. Best part of the whole derby on Sunday is will be 14,000 alarms going off at once to make an atmosphere. Everything else will be shit for us. Maybe. Trust the government to help out Rugby League. Get the atmosphere going. I think FC will win because they have to win. See, Alex already going in like trying to play it safe, nice and early. Look at him go. Already trying to play it safe. You'll hear your phone on stream. Oh yeah. Great. Didn't even think about that. Didn't even think about it. David. Hey bro, I hope you're well. Leading into finals. Who's your pick at the moment? Still can't look past Melbourne Storm in the NRL. Still can't look past Wigan just yet. But I'm like, Leeds are now really pushing up at the moment. I've been so impressed with Leeds. Part of me, I think I want the Raiders to win the NRL. And I kind of want Leeds to win Super League. I don't know why. I just kind of do. Who'd you follow in Super League? I'm a Warrington Wolves fan. Kickoff is 5 minutes later, but that's normal anyway as well, yeah. Can you please put the Broncos song on? I don't even know what the Broncos song is. I will be honest. I don't have a clue. Okay. Just having to organise something real quick. Bear with me. about 4 minutes to go. I'm on your TV. Damn. Wigan Saints tomorrow. Should be fun. But George Delaney can't shoulder anyone in the head this week. Naughty, naughty. Very naughty. So just a few minutes to go. I feel like the Raiders have been the only team to be consistently good all year. A lot of top teams have been very inconsistent as of late. Storm to me haven't been great. Roosters maybe. I get you. Storm have had some dips. A couple of defensive lapses like midway through the year. The only lapse I could really think of from the Raiders, like they weren't quite themselves the first few weeks, maybe the first 2 months, but they've still shown plenty of great signs. And then there was that dip against the Dragons when they upset their man, the Sharks. But yeah, I think the Raiders have like clearly been the most consistent without any major dips. I think you're right. I've always, like, since very early in the season, I've rated the Roosters quite highly. I think a lot of people couldn't really take them seriously, but I don't think anyone wants to play them in finals, so that's the thing. Nobody wants to play them, even if they're the lowest ranked playoff team. I'm aware, Georgie. I'm aware. I saw the message. I read it. I acknowledged it. I saw it. Right, about 2 minutes to go. I'll do a run through of the team list very soon. Okay. Right. Just got to send an email real quick. Okay, right, that's all sorted. Players are coming out. So, quick run through the team list before we get started. For the Broncos, in the backs they have Walsh, Karapani, Staggs, Mariner, Arthurs, Walters and Ben Hunt. The forwards include Jensen, Pakes, Haas, Piacora, Ricky and Carrigan. On the bench they have Smoothie, Hetherington, Talty and Jaden Hunt. And Hoyter is the 18th man. In the backs for the Storm, they have Pappenhausen, who are back for first try scorer. Warbrick, Anderson, Meany, Coates, Munster and Hughes is back in the side. Good to see him. In the forwards is King, Garlic, Kamikamitha, Lisati, Katoa and Liero. The bench is Asfa Salamona, Wishart, MacDonald and Chan. And then Seve is the 18th man. Interesting to see him dropped. I know Meany comes back in, but I would have thought maybe kept him in over Anderson, but yeah. Both teams are out. Oh yeah, true, David. Hardly any injuries. Thought Walsh was stood down. For what reason? I know one Shibasaki was stood down, but Storm were shocking in the second half. Yeah, they had a 10 or 12-0 lead over the Roosters and then lost it 40-12, something like that. So a win for either side won't change their position. Melbourne would stay... Well, actually, Melbourne could drop to third. And Brisbane could drop lower. So either team winning doesn't increase their position in the table, but this is to hold position in the table. Video going around with Walsh drinking toilet water. Oh. Oh, I might have heard about that, actually. Might have heard it. We're about to get underway. We are moments away. Ladies and gentlemen, we're underway. The Broncos will kick to the Storm. It's going to be Kamikamica with the first carry of the game up towards the 20. Don't think Storm can drop down with for and against. I didn't really notice that. Points-wise, they could. Well, points and points difference, obviously. I didn't notice the points difference. But yeah, they might be safe for second, but we will see what happens. Next carry through the middle from, I think that's Katoa. Garlic at dummy half. Fourth tackle up towards the 40. Pappenhausen up towards the halfway line with the last tackle now coming up. Garlic on his right to Hughes back in after a few weeks out. Kicks towards the back right. Collected behind the 10 by Reece Walsh. First minute gone. Carries this about 15 out from his own try line. Smashed into the ground as well. Meany getting stuck into him. Now with Karapani up towards the 20. 3 defenders in the tackle, pushing him back. You see about Darren Locker buying London. That's the first I've heard of it. Pakes on his left to Piacora. Payne Haas with the next carry over the 40. Last tackle coming up, minute and a half gone. Alright, fair enough, David, fair enough. Kicking the last from Ben Hunt down the right edge of the field. Kick is to the right of the post. Collected by Xavier Coates. Returns this just short of the 20. Super League games of today. I'm doing a dual stream. Huddersfield versus Leeds and Salford versus Catalans. Two minutes gone. Garlic on his right to Pappenhausen. Switches back to Warbrick. Up towards the 30. Garlic. Now with King up towards the 40. Well, that's the thing, unfortunately. Unless Toulouse are in... And there's a penalty for the Storm, by the way. Unless Toulouse are in the competition, there's no clear rivalry for Catalans, so... It's kind of... It works out best case scenario. I heard that. Good on him. Fair enough. And tip beyond the horizontal there. Is that Ricky? I think it's Ricky that gave it away. So Hughes will kick into touch from his own 40, and they'll start a fresh set from the Broncos 30. Great early territory. Meany up towards the 20. Kamikamica takes it over the 20 inside the red zone. 3 minutes gone. Left to Pappenhausen. Goes himself. Imagine. Garlic left of the post. Goes short side left to Anderson. Mr. Anderson. 5 meters out over on the left hand side of the field. Fourth tackle. Back towards the middle with Pappenhausen. Now Munster. Cross to King. Pops it up to Liero. The ball pops out. Mistake there from Melbourne Storm. Early pressure dealt with from the Brisbane Broncos. And they will retain 0 on the scoreboard. Thought it would be Lee and Salford as rivals in Rivals Round, to be fair. Well, then who's Warrington got? So, you know, Warrington versus Lee is more of a rivalry than Lee versus Salford. So that's the thing, is the way it is. Even when you include York, Toulouse and Bradford, you're pretty much left over with York and Huddersfield. Because you'd give Leeds and Bradford the rivalry. Cass would have Wakefield. Huddersfield would have York left over. So, and then Catalans would have Toulouse in that situation. Next carried on the right-hand side from Arthurs. He's dragged back towards the 20. 4.5 minutes gone. Second tackle. Next carry from Ricky. And the whistle is blown for offside from the Melbourne Storm. So the Broncos can work the ball up the field. Yeah, that's the issue, Finn, is, you know, do you give York Leeds and then Bradford has Huddersfield, like, it's just... I don't think you do. You've got to give Huddersfield to York, really. Up towards the 40. Whistle is blown. Stopping the game for a second. Back underway. Payne Haas up towards the Storm 40. Over 5 minutes gone. Second tackle coming up. Six again. Hunt goes left to Walsh. It looks slightly forward. Mariner with a strong carry up towards the 20. 5.5 gone. Inside the red zone. And another 6 again. Left to centre field. Pakes on his right to Jensen up towards the 10. Broncos. For their chance to put the first points on of the game. Carrigan in centre field. Across to Hunt. Fakes the switch back. Across to Arthurs. Trying to crash over in the corner. Good defensive scramble from the Melbourne Storm. Second tackle. 5 metres out. Back towards the middle to Pakes. Now with Walsh. Just hands it off to Payne Haas. Not really much you can do with that one. 15 metres out. 6 minutes gone. In centre field. Pakes goes left to Carrigan. Out the back to Walters. Piacora stopped 5 or 6 metres out. Now the fourth tackle, Pakes near the left touchline. Gonna go himself. Hughes with his body in the way. Stops him. He's going to place a metre or two in front of the try line. Last tackle. Out the back to Walsh. Chips across the face of the post. Or goes between the sticks. Munster has it. Under pressure here. Trying to get out the in-goal area. Is tackled in goal. That's going to be a goal line dropout. Well done, Brisbane. Well placed kick there from Reece Walsh. Good pressure on Munster. It wouldn't as Leeds Bradford was huge years ago. Exactly, that's the thing. So it would just be Huddersfield and York left over. Unless Huddersfield eventually dropped out and were replaced with a different championship club that's in the Yorkshire area. Short dropout from the Storm. Bounces off a Storm player collected by Arthurs. He has the ball 10 metres out. Just over 7 minutes gone. Carrigan through centre field. Takes the first carry. Pakes goes left to Hunt. He'll switch back to Piacora. And the whistle is blown for a high tackle. For God's sake, Storm. Penalty after penalty. It might go for 2. Is there going to be any further action? Well, the referee wants Cam Munster to have a word, and that is, yes, that's a strong shoulder there from Eliesa Katoa. And they will go for 2, which they'll likely get, so I'll add these 2 points on. The Broncos will take an early lead. It's not kicked it yet, but seemed easy enough. Was a shame about SASA last week. First time he got injured for us, and now he's out till probably early next season. That's really, really unfortunate. But at least you've got Lasoni coming in. At least you'll have Knight back, won't you? He's staying, isn't he? You should have Knight starting with. Are you keeping Watts as well? Watts is a big bloke, so it's not a bad front row to start. And then you got Lasoni coming on afterwards. But it's not bad. Still got Aiden and Ashworth, I think. Fully fit Asiata at 13 too. So, forward pack's looking pretty good for Hull next year. Pretty good. He's going Cass. Oh, well, first I've heard of it. When was this? The kick is good. That is going to be a 2-0 lead for the Brisbane Broncos. Just a lot of ruck infringements from the Storm. Few months ago? Oh, I didn't know. I had no idea. 9 minutes gone. As of right now, Brisbane are locking in 4th place. Oh yeah, the points difference is massive. Actually, just seen it. Pappenhausen to get us back underway. Still no try scorer yet. I did back Ryan Pappenhausen as first try scorer. Gets the kick away towards the back right. Collected 5 out from Walters. Hands it off to Carrigan. And he will take this just short of the 20 with 9.5 minutes gone. Walters now with Piacora. Over the 20. Hunt will pop the ball up to Haas on his right. He carries up towards the 30. That's a strong carry and just over it. Got forfeit first team props for Derby. Maybe 3 and one has to play 13. Can't wait. Should be good. You've still got Lafash though, haven't you, surely? Oh, that's a strong tackle there from Coates. Puts Staggs into the ground. Short side right to Ben Hunt on the last tackle. Just over 10 minutes gone. Kicking towards the right corner. Pappenhausen. Whistle's blown. Penalty for Melbourne. Yeah, maybe, Finn. Maybe. Not sure what the penalty was for. Not sure what it was for, unfortunately. Oh, high shot. Right, okay. So this will be a penalty for Melbourne Storm. Ooh, doesn't look great. Doesn't look great. Yeah, Sir Bradley Fash. What a guy. 2 penalties each. And a decent chunk of ruck infringement, 6 against Melbourne. Garlick on the 30. Now with King in centre field. Up towards the 40. I mean, it's been alright so far, George. It's been okay. It's been alright. Waiting for it to open up a little bit. Munster with the next carry, taking it over the 40. A few metres shy of halfway. 3rd tackle. Hughes out the back to Pappenhausen. Cross to Warbrick near the right touchline. Carries this over Broncos 40 up towards the 30. 2 more tackles to go. Great territory for the Storm. Now in centre field with Kamikamica up towards the 20. Last tackle for Brisbane. Melbourne meant that. Munster chips the ball towards the back left. It's going to be Coates versus Arthurs. Coates kind of blocked from jumping. And that's a simple penalty for Melbourne Storm. They could try and go for 2 near the touchline. So possible obstruction there. Well, yeah, well that's clear from Staggs first of all. And then Walsh second was, yeah, easy penalty. They could go for 2. Don't know what they're doing yet, unfortunately, can't see. Just need a sense for next season and our squad's basically sorted. You want Toby King? I'm pretty much set with the backs for me, for Warrington for next year. I'm pretty much set. Hughes with a carry, takes it over the 10. He's going to place about 6 metres out from the try line, between the sticks. Garlick on his right to King. Then across to Pappenhausen, across to Katoa. Flicks it onto Warbrick in the corner. Warbrick is put over the dead ball line. Great defence there from the Broncos. Probably forced that one a little bit too much. So they chose not to go for the 2. They chose to tap and go. So it'll be a 20-metre tap from the Broncos and a 7-tackle set. Now I can stay in your reserves. What do you think needs to change for Wire next season? Is it culture? Is it squad? Well, the thing is, because I'm not inside the club, I don't know what the culture actually is. There's all the rumours and talk about the culture not being great, but I don't actually know. I just think, first of all, the forward pack needs to get bigger, which it is going to. 2 major issues. 1, the forward pack's way too small. 2, injuries. I don't think we'll have nearly the same level of injuries next season. So that's huge help, and the forward pack will be bigger. Simple as that. 2 of the biggest problems with the squad will be fixed for next year, you'd assume. Haas with a strong carry in the 4th, takes it over the Storm 40. And a kick on the 4th here from Hunt towards the sticks, collected by Pappenhausen, already up towards the 20. Tries to get an offload, a little bit wayward there, picked up by Ricky. He's going to play this 10 metres out. 13.5 gone. Broncos in great territory now. On the front foot. Hunt with a carry. He's going to play this 5 metres out right at the posts. Well, Garlick's done nothing wrong there. That's purely Hunt's fault. Back towards the middle with Carrigan. Switches back to Jensen. 14 minutes gone in centre field with Pakes. Goes left to Walsh. Pops it up to Hunt down. Not Hunt, sorry. Pass down the left edge. Pushes off Pappenhausen. Puts the ball down. Could be a penalty. Could also be a try. They might give it and then check it. They're just going to check it. The bunker will check. No try given on field. Looking at a push. There is definitely a push in there, I'm pretty sure. Now you've got Ashton coming back, but he's coming back from another major injury, so it could happen again. Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah, it is a knock on there from Walsh. Or did it hit the knee? Oh, it might have hit the knee. That was my initial thought from the view from behind. They've cleared it. For me, that's a push on Pappenhausen. You can see the arm extend. But for me, for Warrington, the backs are Dufty, Josh Thulis, Roderick Tye at centre, Jake Thulis at left centre, Ashton left wing, William 6, Sneed 7. For me, that's it right there. They're actually going to give this... Are we not saying that's a clear push? Not sure I can get on board with that one. But there's going to be a try for the Broncos. It's going to be 6-0. Okay. Not sure I agree with it. But it is what it is. Took 5 minutes quicker than Super League video refs though, so it's good. I don't know. I can't back that for a try. I can't back it at all. There's no way that that's not a push from Walsh. Notice how Pappenhausen falls over the same time that Walsh extends his arm out. Could you say should be stronger? He's already going like side by side. There should be no pushing of the sort. Like, there shouldn't be any pushing at all. So, like, he's focused on going forwards. If Pappenhausen does it to Walsh, he falls over. Like, I don't think he needs to be stronger. They're both, like, if they're both going shoulder to shoulder for the ball, nothing wrong with that. But there's a clear push. There's a clear push from Walsh. That is ridiculous. But the conversion is missed and it stays 6-0 for the Broncos. But there's how is that not enough evidence? The arm literally extends. And he falls over. But in football, when they go shoulder to shoulder, it's like, that's what they're playing for. They're both, like, beelining for the ball. You'll get shoulders going in, sure, but his arm, he's pushed him over. It's not a try, but anyway, up towards the 20. We'll move on. Yeah, the atmosphere's a bit... It might be because sometimes they, like, mix home and away fans. The atmosphere's not quite the same, but... Oh well. And another penalty against Melbourne Storm. This is the same issue they had against the Roosters last week. Who should win this? Melbourne should win this. Well, I mean, it's a close game anyway, but I still feel like Melbourne should. 3 penalties each, but a good chunk of 6 agains. They did, but they shouldn't have. They shouldn't have had that disaster last week. Up towards halfway with Piacora. Stopped on the halfway line. Pakes over on the left-hand side of the field. 17 minutes gone. Now with Walters. Fakes the switchback. Now with Hunt down the right edge. Pops it up to Ricky. Up towards the Storm 40. Pakes. Now with Hunt in centre field. Then across to Haas. Up towards the Storm 30. 2 tackles to go. Pakes on his right to Carrigan. Takes a carry through centre field. Brought down on the 20. Last tackle for the Broncos. Inside the red zone. Left to Walsh. Kicks the ball back towards the post. Chases after it. Pappenhausen is there. Collects it. And is stopped 5 metres out from the try line. So it's not just Super League that don't penalise forward passes. Yeah, there's a lot that Walsh has done over the years that just haven't been called. But there's an offload there to Munster. Could have been seen as forward possibly. But there's a huge offload there. Up towards the 20 now with Will Warbrick. Don't know whether he's going to make the New Zealand side in the Pacific Championships this year. We will see. He was in it last year, but because he's been out for so long, I don't know. I'm trying to think who else is an option. I can't remember if Watene Zelezniak changed allegiances. Isako will obviously be picked. They might as well get Warbrick in there. They might as well. Meany with a carry down the right edge up towards halfway. Warbrick on the last. Out the back to Hughes. Under a bit of pressure. Hits the belly of the ball. Plenty of spin on this. He'll bounce once. Collected by Arthurs. Under pressure from Anderson. He's stopped 15 metres out from his own try line. Plays it for Stags. Carries it over the 20. Up towards the 30. There's one in the Leeds FC game last week that wasn't given. That looked like something out of the NFL. I can't quite remember exactly, but I do. I remember there kind of being something, but I can't remember it exactly in my head. Up towards the 40. 4th tackle for Brisbane. Short side right to Patrick Carrigan up towards the halfway line. Gets an offload to Haas as well. And off the back of the offload makes an extra 5 metres roughly. 21 minutes to go. Last tackle right hand side to Hunt. Puts boot to ball 45 metres out. Right at the post with Pappenhausen. Collects it cleanly in front of the try line. And he'll take this over the 10. So Brisbane on the front foot right now. Kamikamitha on the bench. Slight injury, not sure what. An issue with his arm. Okay. Well, Kamikamitha's a big miss. Asfa Solomono was initially in the starting lineup. Kamikamitha was on the bench. If he doesn't come back on, it's going to be a rough one. But Asfa Solomono can make up for that. It might be McDonald that's on currently. But a penalty for Melbourne Storm, which they really need. McDonald is on. Had a line break last week against the Roosters. So 14 of 14 completions for the Broncos, 6 of 9 for Melbourne. 67% completion, 100% for Brisbane. On to the 40 already. Garlick. In centre field now with Hughes. Pops it up to Liero. 20 minutes to go in this first half. We're done with the first quarter. That's the first line break of the game as well. McDonald with the next carry up towards the 20. In centre field, Garlick goes left to Hughes. Caught in a dead end. It's now with Munster. In centre field, shifting towards the right-hand side. Looking for an offload. Gets one to King. And he carries this up towards the 10. 2 more tackles to go. Down the right edge. Short side right to Munster. Across to Meany. Just drops the ball. Mistake there from Melbourne. I have a complaint about somebody. And my complaint is with Cameron Munster. In the last few weeks, it's not just today, in the last few weeks, his pass selection has been poor. He's forcing a lot. Like, he's caught down the short side. There's not really much space. Maybe he's been tackled looking for an offload. He's just kind of forcing it a lot. Forced it there. I think he had one earlier in the game as well. He had one last week. Last couple of weeks, Munster has been forcing a lot of passes. When the numbers aren't there, when there's no shape, there's no space, he's just giving it to someone, kind of saying, all right, we'll go do something. There's no room to work with. It's not like when centres try and get around the outside of their opposite centre. Like, the defensive line is set. There's no space to work with down the short side, and he's just kind of forcing it. So that's my issue with Munster recently. Please put on We Are the Broncos song. Well, I can't do that. I can't do that. Especially if it's copyrighted. Like, if it's from a copyrighted video, I can't play that. So, I forgot to end the poll as well. That's well done me. So with Anderson down the left edge, over the 20. 17.5 to go, second tackle. Now with Pappenhausen back towards the middle, switches back to Warbrick, cuts back towards the left-hand side, over the 30. He'll play this 35 out from his own try line. Third tackle. Now Munster. Across to Pappenhausen. Chance of a break. Slides, gets back up, and then stops just short the 40. Close. Close. Right to Munster. Then goes right to Meany. Back towards the middle. Last tackle coming up 30 metres out. I agree, Finn. Left to Munster. Chips the ball towards the back left. He is wiped out. Arthurs goes up. And a penalty for Melbourne Storm. Do they go for 2? They could. Obviously, you'd keep going because it's only down by 6. I was thinking if it was 8, I think I would have gone for 2, actually. Late from Haas. It's not ridiculously late. Hughes is not in a good way. Okay, McDonald with the first carry of this fresh set. 16 minutes to go. 5 metres out left of the posts. Garlick goes right to Liero, now right to Hughes. He'll switch back to Katoa. Stopped on the 10. Right at the posts. Bronson Garlick. On his left to Hughes. Out the back to Munster. Hughes, nah. Hughes might be done here. Hughes might be done here. He's holding his wrist. Oh dear. 10 metres out. It's with Munster in centre field. Out the back to Liero. Hughes is going off. Wishart will come on though. It's right to King. Look for an offload. Still in possession. Pappenhausen on the 10. Switches back to Lasati. Last tackle. They're going to set up for something here. Left of the posts. Bronson Garlick will go right to Munster. Chips towards the back right. Karapani versus Warbrick. Knock on, possibly from the Broncos. Worth a look anyway. Grounded by Katoa. They will award a try. This will be absolutely worth a check, but this will be awarded as a try initially. I think regardless of who made contact, unless there's like a knock-on in the contest. Interesting. 12 was offside? No, I don't know. I didn't really see. I'm not going to add the points on yet, but it's going to be looked at. I'm happy that that's backwards from Warbrick. Well, Hughes is going to be done, so I'll add the injury on for Hughes. That is very unfortunate. Just getting him back. He's broken his wrist. Kamikamitha with an injury as well. Need to change that. Oh, the try was confirmed. The kick from Meany from the touchline. Swinging a bit too much. That's going to be 6-4. Well, the good thing is the last couple of weeks, Melbourne Storm have been playing with Wishart in the halves a little bit. They've been using him quite a bit the last few weeks. Well, they've had to. Plus, Pezzet's been getting some game time. So, we'll see how they adjust. At least they've got somebody like Tyrone Wishart to bring on. That is true. But I do think they can adjust. Wishart and Pezzett, they've done a good enough job so far. And I like Wishart. I think they'll be, obviously not quite the same, but still a great side. I think they'll be alright. Watching with extreme anxiety. Now with Munster, left to Pappenhausen, across to Anderson with a possible line break here. Good tackle there from Staggs. Fourth tackle in centre field with Munster. Carries it up towards the 40. Gets an offload to Pappenhausen. Across to Anderson. Look for an offload. Gets one to Coates down the left edge. Support on the inside. Doesn't use it. Was tricky. That's a great tackle from Walsh. That's a great tackle from Walsh. Into the ground, then force him to slide out. Damn. And he's going mental off the back of it. What a tackle. Okay, so this is right, so this is a pointless challenge then. Oh wait, no, it's the advantage is gone, but they still have the book, right? Oh, I don't know actually. I don't think this is going to be a knock on here. It is a captain's challenge from Melbourne. It is slapped out by Carrigan, but would they just see it as like a loose carry or something? Okay. Inconclusive. So Melbourne will retain the challenge, but Brisbane will have possession. %62% completion from Melbourne so far, 100% from Brisbane. 62%. Reece Walsh with a carry. On the second tackle, the ball pops out. Picked up by McDonald. And takes it over halfway. So, fresh set of 6 for the Storm. As for Solomona, with a strong carry over the 40. God, I'd love to have him at Warrington. Garlick left to Wishart, out the back to Munster, switches back to Lasati, takes it up towards the 30. Oh, has he? Fair enough. 5 errors from Melbourne, 1 from Brisbane. Where did the error come in then, to not get the completion? Second tackle, Garlick goes left to Munster, now left to King. He's going to be stopped about 15 metres out. Left to Pappenhausen. Little wiggle. Steps over the 10. It's going to play about 8 metres out. 11 minutes to go. Fourth tackle left of the post. Munster chips just over the top to Katoa. Almost grounded it. It's a knock-on in goal. 20-metre tap. 7 tackle set. Very close. Katoa's had a few of those aerial duels this season. Won a few of them. So close. So close. Now with Mariner down the left edge, just a few metres shy of the Broncos' own 40, 10.5 minutes to go. Saw the Ashes at Everton has released more tickets. Going to be a huge crowd. I thought it was sold out. Like, more tickets? Oh, God. I thought it was going to be full. I hope... I'd actually be so pissed if Everton's not even, like, full of fans. 10 minutes to go. Down the right edge with Hunt. Pops it up to Ricky. Easy line break. Switches back to Walsh. Almost through. Great tackle there from Coates. He gets back up and keeps going. Why? And a kick towards the back right. Just goes... just a bit too much on that one. Had to wait for Everton to play a game to confirm full capacity. Alright, fair enough. I hope to God it's not like 30, 40k at Wembley. I hope to God. I've got a feeling it will be, though. It's going to look horrible. Just over 9 minutes to go. Wishart, now with Asfa Solomona, bumps Ricky onto his backside. Meany with a carry up towards the 40. Issue with Wembley is it's expensive to get from Yorkshire and Lancashire. That's true, but you'd hope that we've done good enough advertising all across the country, even down south, to get people to go. Because apparently we didn't spend any of our marketing budget, and the first two, or the other two grounds were sold out so quickly. So hopefully we promote it well enough in the next few weeks. 8.5 minutes to go. Walters, just short of the 20, will hand this off to Karapani. Still a 2-point advantage for the Broncos. Walters on his left to Mariner. Cuts back towards the right-hand side. Over the 30 for Brisbane. Third tackle. 8 minutes to go. Kick looking for touch. Not played at. It's going to bounce backwards just towards the 20. Pappenhausen. Down the left to Coates. A little bit risky. Cuts back towards the middle. Stopped by Ben Hunt. That's a great tackle. Plays for Munster. Now with Pappenhausen. Up towards the 30. Is the H1? I don't know what you mean, sir. Off the nut. That nut, not that nut. Of Asfa Solomona. Kick towards the back left corner. That's close. That is so close. Did he actually get that? I think he did. 40-20 attempt. Let's just have another look. Definitely in, like, behind the 40. This is so close to going in goal. I think that's just okay. Good game. It's alright. It's alright. It's nothing spectacular, really. As for Solomona with the first carry of this fresh set. 7 minutes to go. Garlic right at the post. Left to King. Through centre field. I need to yawn. So sorry. 6 again. As for Solomona, out the back to Wishart. Then across to Pappenhausen. Switches back to Eliezer Katoa. Inside the 10. It's going to play us about 7 metres out. 6.5 to go. Right at the post. So with Wishart in centre field. Out the back to Munster. Under pressure from Hunt. Evades him though. Still not sure where to go. Takes the tackle eventually. Garlic hands it off to Asfa Solomona. It's just talking, Finn. That's all it is. It's just with talking. Left to Munster with a fresh set. He's going to carry it himself. Garlic will try and slide in. He stopped a metre short. Third tackle. 6 minutes to go. Munster pops it up to Asfa Solomona. Stopped inches short of the try line. Fourth tackle. In front of the right post. They go right to Wishart. Slightly wayward. In the hands of Katoa. Over the 10. Storm look awful right now. Set restart. And a sin bin? Could be 10 for Mariner. Okay, I think Carrigan probably had a fair call to question it, but anyway.
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You ballless git, Campbell. You dickhead.
Well, there we go. Melbourne Storm with a fresh set and an extra man. At 8 metres out, Wishart will play this in centre field. Garlic on his left to Asfa Solomona, trying to crash over. Oh, that is close. The post stops him. Garlic, under a bit of pressure, gets the ball away to Wishart. Stopped over the 10. Mate, pick a shape and run it. So with King through centre field, last tackle coming up. I guess they're just going to kick to the corners here. We'll see. Left to Munster. Chips the ball towards the back left. Coates versus Arthurs. Coates goes up. Into touch. Mate, Melbourne Storm are... They just look clueless in possession. They've got no idea what they're doing. Great scramble from the Broncos, though. Great work. Hey! Absolute craft reffing. Reffing that. No consistency. Well, there's 4 minutes to go in the first half. Broncos will start the second half with a man down for about 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. But there's a penalty for Brisbane. So they'll run a bit of time down. Try and get to half time as soon as possible. Kick into touch for the penalty from Hunt. And they'll start this fresh set from their own 40. 3 minutes 20 to go. Walters will give this to Karapani. He will tap and go. Up towards halfway. Next carry from Salty. And another penalty. Well, they want a sin bin. The crowd wants a sin bin. Oof. That could actually be a sin bin, though. That could legit be a sin bin. This ref isn't affected by crowds much. I can't remember his name, but he doesn't let the crowd get to him. I do have a feeling this will be a sin bin anyway. There we go.
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You ballless gate, Campbell. You dickhead.
Well, advantage Brisbane right now. Oh. You'd never believe it, guys. There's not much room for the yellow card in his name. But it's alright. We'll be right. They could try and go for 2 if they want to run a bit more time off the clock. So they had an extra man, and now they've lost it, and Brisbane will be first to get the man back. "20 metres out. It's with Hetherington. 15 metres out. Just left of the post. Just over 2.5 minutes to go as well. In centre field with Hunt. Switches back to Jaden Hunt. And now another high shot on Brisbane. Melbourne, what are you doing? What are you doing? Tap and go. It's getting a bit scrappy, mate. Melbourne, they've just 2 weeks running, or for 2 halves running, just been so ill-disciplined. 6 penalties each. But it's been a lot worse from Melbourne. A lot worse. 2 minutes to go. Pakes out the back to Hunt. Switches back to Jaden Hunt. Takes it back over the 10. He'll play this 8 metres out. Left of the post. Pakes on his left to Hetherington. Stopped 2 metres in front of the try line. Minute 45 to go. Out the back to Payne Hassan centre field. Takes a carry down the right edge. Bumps off a few. Gets an offload to Ricky. Stopped on the 10. Minute and a half to go. In centre field with Hunt. Back on his right to Haas. Gets an offload to Walsh. Down the left-hand side. Might be a bit of room if he flicks the ball on. In the hands of Karapani. Cuts back towards the middle. Takes it over the 10. It's going to play the 6 metres out over on the left-hand side of the field. Short side left from in the corner. Piacora walks in. Well spotted from Walsh. It was too quick for me, that. It was too quick. But well done, Walsh. Yeah, Melbourne have basically, for me, thrown this game away. They've just not been clean enough in possession. Their completion rate was in the 60s. Too many penalties, too many 6-agains. Absolutely clueless in possession. And the Broncos will extend the lead. You're not catching me, Georgie. You're not catching me. Had a chance at 13v12, then got themselves the bin. Stupid. Yeah, it's just... This is not the Melbourne Storm that we're used to. This is pure stupidity from Melbourne. They look so disjointed. Well, there's a kick to come. The hooter has sounded, so it will be half-time, but we're just waiting on this conversion. I'm assuming those aware of that that number meme will be familiar with Joe Bartolozzi. He was very funny, by the way. Some people think, who the hell's that? He's very funny. Kick from the touchline from Walsh. 6-point lead. Could make it an 8-point lead. Steps up. The kick is swinging. Looks good. It is good. It is Gucci, which means it is going to be 12-4 to Brisbane. And that's going to be half time. Well, that's a shocking opener from Melbourne. Nearly 100% completion. I think it might be 100% completion. If not, it's close to it from Brisbane. Very close. So, yeah. Decent start there from Brisbane. Do, 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 do. Okay, we're at 11,591 subscribers. Just need 9 more to hit 11.6k. Trying to get to 12k by the end of the year. I reckon that's definitely achievable. So if you're not subscribed yet, please do. And if you could leave a like on the live stream, helps it to get out there to more people. That'd be greatly appreciated. Fair enough, fair enough. We're at home this week. Yes, we're at home against Leigh. Saturday at 3, I think it is. I want to check next week, because I ideally don't want to miss the Everton game. Like, I'd like to actually sit and watch it. And not on stream. But we'll have to see. I'll just have a look at the games for next week in general, actually. See what I could do. Thursday the 11th is Leeds vs Catalans. I guess I could do that one. Friday the 12th is Wigan vs Cass and Leigh vs Saints. I might as well do a dual stream for that one. Saturday is Wakefield vs Hull KR, and then it's Hull FC vs Warrington. So I guess I'll stream that back to back. I guess, and then Sunday is Huddersfield vs Salford. I could just leave that, to be honest. We'll see. And then next week in NRL is finals, which as of right now would be Raiders vs Broncos, Storm vs Bulldogs, Sharks vs Roosters, Warriors vs Panthers. As of right now. I don't know what time they're going to start next week. That's the only issue. I don't know what time they'll start doing playoffs. I don't want to get up too early. Pico is putting himself up for Origin selection in this form if he carries on. We'll see for next year. We'll see. Find it stupid that Super League haven't confirmed any match days for the final week. Yeah, it's a bit silly. Catalans players no day or time is confirmed yet. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to have a look at the times that they were on last year, so I can get an idea. Finals week 1. Panthers. Well, it doesn't have a time there. That doesn't help. That does not help. It was on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Could be early starts for me, actually. I do plan to stream every single playoff game. That's the plan, but that's very early starts. I'll try and have a look on SofaScore. It might tell me. That was 10:50. I can't find the exact time that they started. Well, hopefully it's not too late anyway. Well, sorry, not too early. So you're going to go, but we'll come back. No problem, Georgie, no problem. Let's just watch Leeds versus Wigan. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Hardacre with a carry down the right edge. Hardacre gets an offload to Moon. Moon's in. That's the lead for Leeds. Thaler, does he want to have a look? Easiest way to have all games at the exact same time for the last game, especially now with Sky Plus. Maybe. Just need to know what time those playoff games were. So the grand final was at 9:30. So I can be up for that. It's no issue. This one was at 10:50, so that's alright. It's only showing the semi-finals. I need to see the first week. That's what I need to see. Let's see. That one was 7:05. There's going to be some early starts. Not looking forward to it. If I want to stream everything, then it must be done. It must be done. He's back already. That was quick. That was very quick. I'm going to get me some lunch after this. This might help, he says. I'm awaiting. I feel like something's coming, so I'm waiting. Watching Leeds currently here in this grand final replay. The link. If you put it in the stream, I can't see it. If you put it on Discord, then bear with me. Thanks, Finn. That's greatly appreciated. That's this weekend. Sydney versus... Well, that's women's. Okay, NRL finals. There we go. Friday the 12th. So 10:50 a.m. That's completely fine. Not an issue there. First 7:05. Bit of an early start, but not ridiculous. And that is followed by another one. Are they all on Sky Sports Mix? It'd be great if they are. Looks like they are as well. Let's see. Sky Sports main channel, that's good. Sky Sports Mix, that's good. Sky Sports Mix, great. Sky Sports main, 7:05. Okay, it's the 7:05 starts I don't really want to be doing, but oh well. Semi-final 2, 10:50, that's fine. Let's have a look at Super League. Prelim final, 10:50 a.m, that's fine. 10:50 again. 10:50 again, that's fine. 5:30 on BBC and Sky Sports for Super League. Okay, so once I get through the first week of finals, then I'll be alright after that. It is a tad early, but it's only 2 games. Yeah, it does have all the times there. Your brother's a Broncos fan? Fair enough. Fair enough. How do you think the players will go? Great question. Let's start with Super League, shall we? I think... Will Leeds finish second? No. I think Leeds will stay third because Wigan can win their remaining games. Who have they got, actually? Saints, Cass... Oh, and Leeds. Ooh, Leeds could finish... You know what? Screw that. Leeds to finish second. I reckon they could do it. They need the points difference. But... Actually, who have Leeds got? Huddersfield, Catalans, Wigan. Right, okay. Leeds could finish second. Let's say it stays as it is now, which is Hull KR, Wigan, Leeds, Saints, Wakefield. It'll be Hull KR and Wigan with the bye in the first round. Leeds will play Wakefield. Wakefield have already upset them so far this season, even at their place. So that's already a great game. I think Leeds wins that one, though, as of right now. Lee versus Saints. Lee will be at home. I think, as of right now, I think Saints wins that. I think Lee would really need Offengawi. They'd really need him. But I think I'd just lean towards Saints. It's extremely close, but just Saints right now. So that means that Hull KR would get Saints, and Wigan would get Leeds. I think Leeds beat Wigan. And they might already beat them the week before playoffs as well. And I think Hull KR does beat Saints for a Leeds Hull KR final. And as of right now, I think Leeds win it. As of right now. Do you think the Super League final will be Leeds versus Wigan? Well, that might not be possible. You would, if you want Wigan versus Leeds in the final, you'd need Leeds to drop down to 4th. In the NRL, though, players coming out. Raiders versus Broncos, Raiders win. Storm versus Bulldogs, Storm win. Sharks versus Roosters. Oh. Roosters win. This is just without looking at teams or anything else. Panthers Warriors. Panthers win. Oh, there's a bunch of switching over, isn't there? So it'd be Broncos versus Panthers, would it? And then Bulldogs versus Roosters? Not too sure. It's a bit confusing right now without seeing the whole bracket. Back underway for the second half. Here we go. So both down a man, but Brisbane will get their geezer back first in Dean Mariner. Payne Haas with the next carry through centre field up towards the 30. So does anyone want to use the extra space that's available? Next carry from Hetherington. Just less than 3 minutes to go on Mariner's sin bin. Kick from Walsh, 40-20. He's nailed it. He's absolutely nailed it. Brisbane being clearly the better team here. There's a beautiful 40-20. Beautiful. He's got a hell of a boot on him. Look at him go. It's all that toilet water. There's just over a minute gone in the second half. Payne Haas with a carry over the 10. He's going to place about 8 metres out from the try line in centre field. Pakes left to Ben Hunt. Switches back to Piacora. Stop 2 or 3 metres short. 6 again as well. That's more like 3 or 4 metres. It is with Hetherington. Stop 5 metres out. 4 minutes to go and ask for Solomona's sin bin as well. Right to Ben Hunt. Across to Reece Walsh. Gonna go himself. Storm ain't coming back. They're not coming back in this one. They've been pretty much garbage from the start. Storm are not coming back. That's 2 weeks running. They've kind of been in the game early on, but not that convincing. And this is just going to get away from them. This is weird. I actually have no trust in Melbourne right now. After what they did in the second half last week, I have no trust in the Melbourne... Of all teams, I have no trust in Melbourne Storm to figure things out. That is not right. (16-4) with a kick to come. Walsh has been great. He's been brilliant. And this to add the extra as well. Most tries, Shibasaki with 15, Walsh with 12. To make it 18-4. Storm would like him to miss this one. It's only 2 tries and 2 conversions, but he's been looking alright today so far with the kicks. And this one is fairly easy, relatively. And the kick's good. 18-4. Mate, Melbourne, what is going on? I'm neither, Ben. I'm neither. I wanted Storm to win because I predicted them to win in my predictions video, 1-12. But I don't support either. Back underway. Ben Hunt underneath it. Handed off to Salty. Glad I had Walsh in my fantasy. I'm thinking of doing NRL fantasy for next year. Actually, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have to be in Australia to do it, unless that's a dumb thing to say. Actually, I think it's the tipping thing. You have to be in Australia to do the tipping thing. But I think I can do it from over here. The plan is when I do proper memberships, then I'll do a proper league with all members. As for Solomona, with a minute 50 to go in his sin bin. Oh, yeah, got to take that off of Mariner. Back to 13 for Brisbane. Can they take advantage? I think if Storm can score next, then it is back to game on, potentially. But if Broncos score next, it is 100% done for me. Knock on from Coates, collected by Walters. Pake, sorry. Stop 5 metres out. And offside. So penalty for Melbourne. Well, they needed that. They certainly needed that. They kicked into touch. What a pointless kick. They're going to tap this 25 out from their own try line. How pointless is that? 45 seconds to go on as for Solomona's sin bin. Munster now with King through centre field. 5.5 minutes gone, up towards halfway. Garlick goes left to Munster. He switches back to Anderson. Now inside Broncos territory. Now, Hughes, how far do you think Storm can go? I think they can still make the grand final. Realistically, knocked out at prelims, but can still make the grand final. I think they've got the squad to do it. But they need Harry Grant back in, obviously. Is he suspended for this week as well? Well taken from Walsh. And it's back to 13 on 13. I think with Grant back in there, Wishart as the solidified 7, I think they can still absolutely win the whole thing, but it's just going to be a lot more difficult. Arthur's with a strong carry over halfway. 33.5 minutes to go in this game. Walters will scoot from dummy half. Been playing at number 6 for the last few weeks. Done alright. And a knock on there from Jordan Ricky. Mistake there from Jordan Ricky, mate. Well, Melbourne needed that one. Scrum for the Storm on their own 30. Munster will feed this ball in a second. They need something. They need something soon. Out the back into the right to Wishart, and then across to Warbrick. Ball stripped. Knock on from Walters. Oh my god. Walsh is either rocks or diamonds, but he seems to get better every year. The Broncos offer him a huge contract to miss out on Shibber and Arthurs. Do you think he's worth it? Yes. When he's fully fit, at his absolute peak, I think at everyone's best, I think Walsh is the best fullback in the league. At everyone's best, I think he's the best in the league. And yes, that does include Edwards and Ponga, but Walsh can just be ridiculous. To me, he's worth it. Still think Teddy's the best? Interesting. He's definitely picked up this year, and I think it was last year as well. Was it 2023 he had a down year? Possibly. Or was it last year? I can't quite remember. It might have been last year. King with a carry over the 40, up towards the 30 inside Broncos territory. Storm really need something soon. 4th tackle, left to Munster, switches back to Asfa Solomona. Up towards the 20. Last tackle. Salty's not in a good way. Left to Munster. Chips the ball towards the back left. Arthurs versus Coates. Arthurs collects it. And he's stopped inches in front of the try line. Penalty for Melbourne. Not sure what for. Escort maybe. Obstruction of the kick chase again. Alright, penalty for Melbourne Storm. Last year Teddy was crap, but this year is showing that experience is everything and still fit. He's a great player, don't get me wrong. He's a fantastic player. I just think the most dangerous at their best is Walsh. But based on like average performances over time, probably not. In centre field with Munster. Across to Wishart. Out the back to Pappenhausen. Meany with a chance in the corner. Stopped 3 metres short near the right touchline. Melbourne really needs something now. Back towards the middle with Wishart. Going to carry it himself. Still going. Takes it back over the 10. 5 metres out. 10 minutes gone in the second half. 30 minutes to go. Centre field with McDonald. Takes a carry towards the sticks. Going to be stopped 2 metres in front of the left post. Garlic switches back to ask for Solomona. Trying to just crash over the line. Last tackle. They go left to Munster. Under pressure. Look for an offload. Gets one to Lasati. Kicks the ball through. Chases. Collected by Walsh. 6 again for Melbourne. Inside 10 metres. Just constant pressure. Surely, based on the amount of territory, surely Melbourne come up with something. I didn't see where Hunt was during the play of the ball, so I don't know if it was offside or not. It's with Wishart, switches back to Chan. Yes, it's Chan. Garlic in centre field, left to ask for Solomona. He's going to play this 2 metres in front of the try line, left of the sticks. Slow to get up. He's still down. Ref, just stop the game for God's sake. Oh yeah, possibly a crusher. Big Nelson will eventually play this ball. 29 minutes to go. Can the Storm come up with something? If they do score next, I think there is a chance. If they concede next, that's it. Over on the right hand side of the field, Meany back towards the middle with Wishart. Now Garlic left to Chan. It's going to be stopped on the 10. Quick play the ball for Garlic. Right to Wishart. Cross to Katoa. Stop 5 metres out. Right at the posts. Last tackle already. Garlic. Right to Pappenhausen. Gets an offload. Melbourne, what are you doing? What are you doing? Arthur's with a carry over the 10. What happened to Hughes? Broke his wrist. So he's going to be done for the year now, basically. 28 minutes to go. Second tackle. Hi all, just a quick hello. But we'll be missing you later. We're with family watching match. Have fun. Well, thanks for stopping by, Kieran. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Could be some good games tonight, actually. Could be decent. Payne Haas with a carry over the 30. 2 more tackles to go. Kick on the 4th here. Not played up by the Storm. Last tackle now for Brisbane. Out the back to Walsh. Kicks from the halfway line. Plenty of height on this. Let it go over the dead ball line. It does go over the dead ball line, so it's a 20-metre tap, 7 tackle set for Melbourne Storm. They can work the ball up the field and get a bit more pressure on the try line. But will they actually do anything with it? We will see. The thing that has surprised me the most is Broncos' line defence. Never been as good all season. Yeah, the defence has been up and down. But at no point have I looked at the Broncos and thought, oh yeah, their defence looks real solid. But yeah, the line speed's getting up. You know, they're getting up there, disrupting play. So it looks alright. That looks slightly forward, but Munster goes right to Wishart. Now with Katoa. Across to Warbrick. Bit of room down the right edge. Up towards the 40. Boot comes loose as well. Meany cuts back towards the middle. Still shifting. Now with Pappenhausen. Pops up to Lasati, up towards the 30. Looked dangerous. Could have been a lost ball. Very close. Wishart down the left edge of the field. Comes back towards the middle. Pops it up to Chan. Stopped 25 metres out. Last tackle. With Munster. Under pressure from Carrigan. Shrugs him off. Chips towards the back left. Coates versus Arthurs again. Arthurs collects it cleanly. Stag's just about getting in the way at the right moment. Just keeps making it happen. Stags with the first carry of this set. Stop 5 metres out. Melbourne need a good defensive set here. So now with Karapani. My exact score prediction is still on, by the way. It's still technically on. Walters with a carry down the left edge. Looking for an offload. Gets one to Karapani. Back over the 20. He'll play this just over his own 20 on the 4th tackle. Payne Haas over the 30. Gets an offload as well. Chant trying to get him wrapped up. Last tackle up towards the 30. Now with Ben Hunt. Long kick on this one. Bounces once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Eventually collected. And Coates takes it over the 20. Not really been able to be used that much today. There's a couple kicks to the corners, but I think they either need the placement towards the corners to be a little bit more accurate or a bit more height on it to allow Coates to get more time to get there. Pappenhausen with a carry up towards the 30. Broncos also have a history of jamming the centres and leaving the halves open. They seem to have stopped doing that, probably because Brizzy are worried about the kicking game of Storm. Possibly. You can't give Munster too much space, too much room to work with. Even Wishart as well. And then Pappenhausen, when he plays in that kind of first receiver role or out the back as like the 6 type position, you don't want to give him space. So it was a bit of a Burton bomb there from Munster. Collected on the 10 by Walsh. 24 minutes to go. Just been confirmed SAS erupted his Achilles. 6 to 8 months out. Could not write it without injuries this season. Oh dear. Georgie's back. 24 minutes to go. Carry down the left edge for Jaden Hunt over the 20. 3rd tackle coming up. Carrigan up towards the 30. Payne Haas through centre field. Cuts back towards the left-hand side. Gets an offload to Smoothie. Well, luckily it's not too far into the season. You'd like to have him there to start, but it's not too far, fortunately. So kick on the last from Walsh. Collected on the full by Warbrick. Over the 20. Cuts back towards the middle. Haas gets a hold of him. Storm dropping like flies this game. Maybe better to actually rest. Maybe. Well, they want to try and secure 2nd place. Which again, as someone pointed out, due to points difference, should be fine, but you just never know. Munster on his right to Anderson. Takes it over the 40. Strong carry there. 2 tackles to go. Munster. Now with Wishart. Look for an offload. Gets one to Pappenhausen. Now Munster down the left-hand side. Anderson, got a break here. Coates down the left edge. Straight into Arthurs. Bumps him onto his backside, but he holds onto his leg. Great tackle from Arthurs. Last tackle. Munster 30 metres out. Engages the line. Kicks from the 20 towards the posts. Meany goes up. Ball goes backwards to Wishart maybe. Knock on from Storm. It's a Broncos ball on the 10. Storm really need a good defensive set here. They need a good defensive set. Up towards the 20 with Karapani. Walters on his left to Walsh. Then up to the 30. 10 metres per carry so far in this set already. Walsh holding the back of his leg. Strong hit there onto Jaden Hunt. Carrigan through centre field. Across to Hunt. Under pressure from Munster. Did he lose it? He did lose it. So Storm will have possession 30 metres out. Will they do something with it? We will see. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking as well. Aries, I was thinking the same thing. Like, you could have rested players, but go and fix it. That's kind of my thought process as well. If I was a head coach, is you have an embarrassing display, and you could rest players. No, go and fix it. Go make up for it right now. As for Solomona, back over the 30. Garlic left of centre field. On his right to Lasati, takes it up towards the 20. 20 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Second tackle. It's with Munster. Out the back to Wishart going right. Bit of room to run there. It's with Katoa. Warbrick in the corner. Steps back inside. And finally Melbourne look like they know what they're doing. That is a clear try for Melbourne. It's about damn time. This is going to be 18-8 with a kick to come. Finally. There's a little bit of space there for Wishart, but decides to go out the back. I'm not sure how they had so much space there. It was Jaden Hunt that was kind of locked in. Well done, Warbrick. Few defenders there. Calm enough, clean enough, gets a try. Much needed try for Melbourne Storm. So I reckon that could be the momentum shift. This is what they need to get kind of back on track. It's not confirmed yet. I think they still need another one for the game to be on. But it's seems more likely now. 19 and a half to go. For someone who ruptured their Achilles, they off pretty well. All right, what you got there, Melbourne? What you got? It's an important kick as well. They don't need it yet. Obviously, they just need the tries, really. For my exact score prediction, which is on, I do kind of need him to get the kick. 19 left, the Broncos park the bus, or do they take risks and score tries? I think park the bus, just complete your sets, find the corners. That's it. Complete your sets, find the corners. The kick from Meany is no good. Little Jim Bob. Yo, what's up, Broncos fans? We've got more people stopping by. We had about 30 to 40 people in here. Then the Melbourne Storm scored. It's up towards 70. So 18-8 it will be. My exact score prediction is going to be tricky to get. I'm going to need more tries from Melbourne. But it's a 10-point ball game. Melbourne still need 2 tries and at least 1 kick. $44,645. Oh my god. Damn. The Broncos will get us back underway. They'll kick towards the back left. Collected by Wishart. Pops it up to McDonald. And he takes it over the 10 for Melbourne Storm. You want to see the footy? Well, unfortunately I can't due to copyright reasons. Storm are completing at 87% this half compared to the 65% in the first half. That's the difference. Well, it certainly helps with field position. They haven't looked that great moving the ball around, though. Chan with the next carry through the middle. Just short the 30. Just over 18 minutes to go as well. Nelson asks for Solomona with a carry over the 30. Munster down the left edge. Lasati over the 40. Now up towards halfway. Last tackle for Melbourne Storm. You're a young player. Fair enough, fair enough. So last tackle is with Tyron Wishart. Puts boot to ball. Bit of height. Not really finding the corner there. Collected on the 10 by Walsh. Up towards the 20 and just over it. Karapani with a carry up towards the 30. 17 and a half to go. Walters, now with Dean Mariner. Cutting back towards the middle. Stopped on the 40. Third tackle for Brisbane. Smoothie on his right to Carrigan. Now up towards halfway. Still 2 more tackles to go in this set. So they could still find the corner on the end of this set. Hunt going left to Walters. Pops it across to Jaden Hunt. 35 metres out. 17 minutes to go. Last tackle. Ben Hunt is the first receiver. Kicks towards the back left. Warbrick underneath it. Collects cleanly. Under pressure though. Stopped on the 10. Who are you going for? I wanted Melbourne to win because I predicted them to win. I don't support either, but apparently that's a knock-on in the play the ball from Warbrick. Do they want to challenge it? They will challenge it. 16 and a half minutes to go. So they don't challenge it. Okay. Can we actually see it? Shifted it right. So now it's Stags on the 10 over on the right hand side of the field. And a penalty for Brisbane. For the sake of my exact score prediction, just tap and go, but Walsh wants to go for 2. Well, this will likely be 28 to the Broncos in a second. So just waiting on a penalty kick attempt from Walsh. What's your opinion of Brizzy dropping Shibasaki, even when the top 4 is on the line? I like how they enforce their standards. Yeah, I think that's a right call. Did he get drunk or something? I can't quite remember what the... if someone could remind me what he did, that'd be great. Because I know he did something, but I can't quite remember what it was, so if someone could remind me. It's going to be a fairly tricky kick for Walsh. He was hungover at training. Right, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think it's the right call. You got to uphold standards. It's completely fair. Yeah, it's absolutely the right call. Walsh to make it 20 points to 8. The kick is good. What's Melbourne got in the locker then? What are they going to provide? 12 points down. So I can't get the exact score prediction anymore. I predicted 22-18 to Melbourne. So the comeback is still possible. 15 minutes to go, but in terms of how Melbourne's actually playing, So finals week 1 as of right now is Raiders versus Broncos, Storm versus Bulldogs, Sharks versus Roosters, and Warriors versus Panthers. Spicy stuff. Can never put Storm out though. That's the thing. It's like they lost last week. Surely Bellamy would have given them a massive kick up the backside. And they come out this week and get it fixed. They had Hughes back in the side initially until he got his injury. Nice one, Jim Bob. Good stuff. Next carry from Talty. Takes it over the 20 for the Broncos. Up towards the 30. Down the left-hand side now with Jaden Hunt. Over the 30. And a few extra metres. Yeah, the fitness levels are pretty high. Did get them working quite hard in pre-season. Which is what they needed. 6 again for the Broncos. Down the left-hand side to Walters. Stopped on halfway. Just less than 14 minutes to go. It is now with Corey Jensen up towards the 40. A few metres shy. Second tackle. Smoothie on his right to Carrigan. Pops it across to Talty. Stopped on the Storm 30. They could try and go for 1 at some point as well. Don't have to force it yet, but they could do. Ricky will take this towards the 20. Now in centre field with Carrigan. Jensen. Up towards the 10. Last tackle for the Broncos. Left to Ben Hunt. Kicks the ball through. Chase there from Mariner. But Warbrick bats it over the dead ball line. That's going to be a goal line dropout. Hope you make it somewhere as a commentator. Well, I like the idea of it. I'm only doing this because people can't watch the game. Like, the commentary kind of comes as part of it because some people can't see the game. If I get a commentary gig at some point, then great. I'm not actively looking for it, but maybe. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'm Australian, so don't follow the English League, but is it big? Or do UK people rather follow NRL over the English League? There's more Super League fans than NRL. There are some over here that prefer just watching the NRL and not Super League at all. It's kind of big. It's nowhere near the NRL, but like your average attendance across all Super League games is like 8,000 across all. You've got Wigan and Leeds, they're up towards the 15,000, 16,000 range weekly at home. On the lower end, you've got Salford and Huddersfield, they're like 3,000 to 4,000 at home, which is shocking. So, yeah, the attendance varies a lot. 12 minutes ago, is there a penalty for the Broncos here? Right, there is. There's a penalty for the Broncos. I think this is it. They will convert this. And, yeah, this is probably going to be the victory secured. Do you still back Storm in the playoffs? I think it's the Raiders now. I still think Storm can win it, but I think Raiders for me. Plus, I want the Raiders to win it. Can't rule out the Panthers, though. Certainly can't rule them out. Do you have a job, or is this it? I'm not working at the moment. Since I'm not working, I'm putting as much time as I can into all this stuff. I'm really trying to make an effort at making this full-time. The thing is, if I want this to be full-time, I need, first of all, a lot more viewers. It's a decent number, but I could do more. And second, there's a few other revenue sources I need to start looking into. Who do you think will be in the grand final? Well, there's this. I'm trying to figure out who would switch to who in the bracket. I still think like Raiders Storm, but it depends how it works out when they switch. So we'll see. Down the right edge with Katoni Staggs, 10 minutes to go. In Super League Wigan, first time naming 1 to 13 all season. Could be the first time it's happening to anyone this season. What do you mean, Finn? Will not be surprised if it's a Broncos Penrith Grand Final. Excuse me. Hiccups. Love that. 9 minutes 45 to go. It could be. It is left to Walsh. Kicks from behind the 40. Last tackle. Plenty of distance on it. Like named squad numbers 1 to 13. Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough. Interesting. Storm in possession on their own 20. Coates eating up a few extra metres down the left edge. Melbourne down by 14 points. I think if it was still a 12-point game, they could have made the comeback, but to go again is a bit too much. Going to bed, have a good day or night. Well, thanks for stopping by, Jim. It's greatly appreciated. Wishart with a bit of room to run. There we go. Support from Pappenhausen. Is he going to be caught by Karapani? Across to Meany. Well, that's a great try there from Melbourne Storm. That's a great try. Is there a bit too much work to do still? Maybe. They will get the kick most likely from where this try was scored. So it is going to be an 8-point game. Is that too much? They can score one more try and get a kick and then possibly go for the 2-point drop goal. But they are difficult to get. So it could be game on. For those that are new here, if you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. Trying to hit 11.6k, very close to it. I'm at, 11.6. 11,609. Alright, well if you can subscribe, trying to get to 11.7k. Thanks. If you could leave a like on the stream, helps us to get out there to more people. Very kind of you. Do you think Super League should do the 2-point drop goal? I think so. I'd be okay with that. And Meany with a conversion. 8 minutes to go right in front of the post is good. So it will be 22 points to 14. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Still time for 2 tries. Will it be in the Ashes? Good question. I'm not sure, actually. James Das has become a member. Thank you very much, James. Thank you very much indeed. What a guy. What a guy. Jonathan's here as well. Hey, how they have the NRL Premiers and they play... Hang on. Let me read that properly. Hey, how they have the NRL Premiers and they have the English Premiers, but the Aussie teams need to play after a 27-game season and rep an English coming in pre-season. It's not fair. Well, normally when we do the World Club Challenge, the English teams have only played maybe 1 or 2 more games. That's it. Just 1 or 2. When St. Helens beat the Panthers in 2023, they'd both played the exact number of pre-season games. They'd both played 1. But we also have Challenge Cup rounds that we need to make up for as well. So, that's the thing. You guys have overtaken us because we have the Challenge Cup. Oof. Storm trying to get a bit cute. In the hands of Meany. Eventually the whistle's blown for a knock-on. Almost 12k subscribers could go in. Indeed. Very close to 12k. It's looking good. Storm will challenge this one. Let's see what happened here. 7 minutes to go. Does the NRL have a cup like the Challenge Cup? No. I think they could do something fun with the Queensland Cup and New South Wales Cup. Plus the NRL. I reckon they could do a fun cup competition, but I think they need to reduce the length of the season, first of all. It's all the Aussie coaches over there saying how much they watch the Challenge Cup back home and respect it. It's normally just the final. They'll watch the final. But But they could do something. But it's already so popular, the NRL itself, they don't really need to do anything different in terms of like the structure. Inconclusive again for Melbourne. So this will be Broncos ball. Only about 20 metres out, something like that. But Melbourne still have a challenge. Yeah, I think... Well, it's an 8-point game at the moment. So... Yeah, they could go for one if they want to avoid 2 tries being enough or a try and a kick and a 2-point drop goal. They could go for one. I don't think they will, but they could. So Hunt will feed the ball into the scrum. Smoothie out the back, right to Walsh, switches back to Katoni Staggs. Do you have a team? I go for Broncos, but I don't have blind trust because I'm not from the Northern Territory. Is that what NT means? Who doesn't have a state? If I had to pick an NRL team, it's the Raiders. Not just because this year I just like them. And my team in Super League, for those that don't know, is Warrington Wolves. Yes, that team that got battered at Vegas, by the way. That team. Penalty for the Broncos. 6.5 minutes to go. They could just go for 2 here. Run down the clock. Illegal steal. What are you doing? They're going to go for 2. Yeah, this'll definitely be it. Well, there's still time for 2 tries. But I don't know. Because they can score really quickly in the NRL. But it's just the Storm aren't very convincing. Not battered. Comfortably beaten, but not battered. Are Warrington good? Who is the top teams in the UK? Warrington, over the past decade and a half, have been a good team. We've won 2 League Leader Shields and 4 or 5 Challenge Cups. So Warrington are typically a good team, but you're looking at the better teams more recently. Looking at Hull Kingston Rovers, they were relegated not too far back, but not so long ago. But now they've really started to build as a club, getting great attendance. Signing some great players, got a well-balanced squad overall. So Hull Kingston Rovers, Wigan Warriors, of course, will be known over there. Leeds Rhinos haven't been what they used to be that NRL fans will remember, but they're picking up now this year. Brad Arthur is their head coach, and he's really turned them around. St Helens typically are always good most years. They won 4 in a row a few years back. Lee Leopards, since they've joined Super League from the Championship, they've been good pretty much every year. Not right at the top, but they've still been good. Wakefield came back into Super League after being relegated 2 years ago, and they've been looking pretty good. Hull FC, they were awful last year, but look good this year, or look better this year. So there are a lot of teams in Super League that are actually good, but some a little bit more consistently good year to year than others. Danny Houghton stopped 1 Challenge Cup from Wyatt. Well, we've still got another 4, so... Where are yours, Finn? Where are your Challenge Cups? So it's going to be 24-14. Short kickoff, 4.5 to go. Penalty for Brisbane. Damn. Did you do it back to back though? Do you know what? I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is yes. 2009 and 10. And then 2 years later in 2012. I like it. Back underway, 3 minutes 45 to go. Second tackle, 25 metres out, Broncos in possession. Hunt pops up to Kerrigan. Third tackle. 3.5 left. Smoothie. Now Jensen, 6 again. Oh my God. I'll get to that message in a sec, Aries. 10 metres out, left to Ben Hunt. Switches back to Jane Hunt. Smashed into by Trent Liero. Oh my God. 6 metres out, right to Hunt. Then across to Walsh. Okay, that was... I was going to say... Damn. Is your prediction correct? It is not. Currently, it's not. There's a captain's challenge here. Yeah, that's obstruction. Is the UK League as good as an Australian League in terms of talent? Because the way you're talking, I need to watch, but if the skill isn't there, I might not like it. It's not as... So, this is going to make it sound really bad now. The level of quality is still pretty solid. It's not as quick, it's not as powerful, not as skillful, because like grassroots over in Australia is, much better. But the level of quality in Super League is still pretty good. I think there's too many people over here that talk it down, but it is still of a good quality. So 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Melbourne Storm will go left to Munster. He is 30 metres out. Gets it back to Garlick. Across to Nelson. Asifa Solomona. Wishart switches back to Meany. Quality's better than the Aussie makes out? Yes, I think I would agree with that one. It's not at the same level, and nor do we think it's at the same level, but it's better than people give us credit for. 2 minutes to go. 20 metres out. Fourth tackle. Pappenhausen, now in centre field with Munster, across to Garlick. Now with Wishart. Across to Meany. Mate, this defence is just not allowing anything right now. Wishart looking left and right. Gets it off to Munster, still the fourth tackle. Still shifting. Back to Pappenhausen. Fakes the switchback, then across to Katoa. Look for an offload, gets one to Warbrick. Still live on the fourth tackle. Warbrick with room to run. Right, last tackle. If they score here, it's game on. Minute 20 to go. Pappenhausen. Oof, trying to go for it. Don't you dare. Ryan Pappenhausen. Oh, he's going to get an offload just, but he's in touch. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Nice idea from Ryan Pappenhausen. Walsh is not in a good way. He's not in a good way. Ashes might be closer than the Aussies think. We could even nick a game. That's the thing. I've been saying it since the start. Like, we might lose 3-0 to Australia, but I think every game could still be close. Ooh, that might be a penalty. Right, penalty for Melbourne with 1 minute and 6 seconds to go. If Broncos win this, do they make the grand final? I think we can. I think everyone... The only teams in the top 8 that I'm not confident about making the grand final would be... The only team that I rule out from the grand final entirely are the Warriors. I just don't see them making it. Sharks and then Bulldogs I'm kind of ruling out next. And then next likely to get in would be Storm, Panthers, Broncos and Roosters. I put them in that bracket. I still think Raiders most likely to win it. Samoa are the dark horses of the World Cup. Also, I really rate them. My first ever my first ever video was the Samoa World Cup squad announcement, and I did say in that video they were dark horses for the World Cup. The problem is they were just disappointing in round 1 against England. They were really disappointing, but they still made the final, so I guess I was right. 45 seconds ago, Big Nelson will play this 2 metres in front of the try line, right at the posts, in centre field with Munster. Switches back to King. Can't take too many of these sets here. If you want to get it done, You got to move the ball around. 6 metres out. Garlick goes left to Munster. Cross to Anderson. Stopped on the 10. Great scramble from the Broncos. 30 seconds left. Down the short side left with Chan. Yeah, 20 seconds to go. Munster. Cross to Liero. Now with Wishart. Oof. Interception from Billy Walters. Hands it off to Karapani. Goodbye. Warbrick trying to chase. Karapani will be fine. He's through. Interception. Slides over. And that is a try for the Broncos. Right at the end of the game. To be fair, the Storm deserve that because they have been pretty garbage all day, really. A few good moments here and there to find the points. But yeah, that just... it's a nice way to cap off a excellent performance from the Broncos. They make it 28-14 with a kick to come. Whether they'll take it or not, I don't really know. So, Broncos have now secured top 4. They will play the Raiders in finals. They will play them. Sharks are one of those teams that don't scream out as a big team. I get you. I think they've just got, based on player availability, they're in a better situation than the Sharks are in a better situation than the Warriors right now. I just don't see the Sharks making it to the final. They've got a squad that I think is genuinely built to make and win a grand final. I think the Sharks squad is actually that good, but there's just so many other quality teams around them. I don't know if they can do it. I think out of all the top 8, Sharks are bigger pretenders than Wars. Wars are allowed to be kind of shit because of all their injuries. Well, that's why I say I think they're least likely because of the injuries. That's why I say that. So it puts them right at the bottom for me. Bellamy can't be happy about the Roosters match in this one, even though both were meaningless. Yeah, he wants to set the tone before going into finals, though. So this is going to be 13 plus for the Broncos. Whether he gets his kick or not, it's a 14-point lead. Walsh will go for the extra 2. He's been pretty good with his conversions today so far, even the tough ones from the touchline. And the kick from the touchline from Reece Walsh, got there eventually, is... It's good. So that is going to be 30 points to 14 for the Broncos at full time. So, fully earned by the Broncos. They secure a top 4 spot. They'll play the Raiders in finals week 1. Excellent performance. In the back and forth, they did not make it easy for the Melbourne Storm at all. Melbourne like to go through the grind or get into the grind, but, mate, they didn't allow anything easy for Melbourne. Their defensive line speed was excellent as well. Really disrupted what Melbourne were trying to do. Melbourne didn't look great, by the way. They looked a little bit disjointed and a bit clueless. But there's a lot of great stuff, a lot of great defensive work from the Broncos to keep getting up and disrupt what the Storm were at least trying to do. But yeah, they fully earned that one. Fully earned it. And that's going to be 30 points to 14. So first game of the week... I got 7 out of 8 last week, and already the first game of the week is wrong. It was a Storm that got me the 7. And it might be again. We will see. So, in terms of streams for the rest of the week, folks, in the NRL, the only other game I'll be streaming is Roosters versus Rabbitohs. Am I doing Bulldogs Sharks? I can't remember. Oh, I might be doing that. Let me just double check. I can't remember if I'm doing that one or not. So, other streams in NRL. Yes, so I'm doing Bulldogs vs Sharks. That is the only other one that I'm doing. I'm trying to think, why am I not doing... Oh yeah, I remember now. So yeah, Bulldogs vs Sharks, the only other NRL game that I'm streaming this week. In Super League, tonight is a dual stream. It's with Huddersfield versus Leeds and Salford versus Catalans. Friday night, I'm doing St Helens versus Wigan and Casford versus Wakefield. Saturday, I'm doing the NRL game in the morning, but I'm out for Warrington versus Leigh. So I'm at that game. And then Sunday is Hull KR versus Hull FC. So feel free to stop by for those. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Where are we at for subs right now? 11,615. We got some new members recently. IDK rejoined as a member, one of the older ones. He's been a member for 10 months now. 10 months. What a guy. We had Casper Onbaye became a member, and James Das also became a member today. Thank you very much, folks. I need to sort out the Patreon membership. I will be switching over to that eventually. Right then. So the Broncos got it done. Fully in that one. Better side. Storm have looked clueless for 3 halves in a row. Think Leeds could win later today by 28. They could do. I have put a bet on. I need Leeds to win by at least 23. I need Wakefield to win by at least 19. And I need the Panthers to win by at least 17. So we will see. Okay then. Links to all social medias in the description down below. If you want to become a member, just click the join button below the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on all social medias. Follow me on TikTok as well if you have it. Trying to get to 10k as soon as possible. I'm at 8.1 right now, so it's doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. But yeah, I'm going to call it a day there. I will see you later in the week for NRL streams. I'll see you basically all weekend for Super League streams. Thank you very much for stopping by, whether you're from the UK, somewhere else in Europe, whether you're from Australia, New Zealand, Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, Papua New Guinea. Thanks very much for stopping by. Have a great rest of your weekend. See ya.